Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Mothership Lexodus. I'm so glad that you could join me today. So I thought I'd just hop on here and just share a few things that have been on my mind this morning. I've been in deep meditation, channeling from my guides, and I just feel total release, honestly. I'm actually going through a bit of a transition period spiritually where I'm rediscovering my roots, my ancient um, light codes. And if you know anything about the Akashic records, you know that with time through experience, you can actually access a lot of the information passed down to you through the generations, through your DNA, which is activated by solar light, gamma light. And so this has really been a whirlwind the past 7 years. I've been going through a process of refinding myself, reclaiming myself, and just figuring out who am I. And so today it really dawned on me how I'm at a point in my life, I'm 33 years old, where it's time to reevaluate some of the labels or titles or identities that I've adopted over time, some consciously, some unconsciously, with good intention. You know, a lot of the decisions that we make throughout our life are really to protect ourselves. We think that if we do this or if we become this, that it'll help us feel safe or more secure in ourselves, when actually it's actually limiting ourselves, uh, or it's a fear reaction of knowing who you actually are. Because if you don't do those things, if you don't live up to those titles or labels that you've acquired over the years, what does that mean? Who are you? And that's a scary process, unraveling that. And so I finally got to a point this morning where I just realized, you know what, I'm done with that. I'm done with upholding these outdated versions of myself. And you see, I'm on here with purple hair. I've never worn purple hair before, but that's where I'm at now. That's who I'm channeling right now, is this version of myself. And it may change tomorrow. I may have blue hair. Who cares? The point is, I am rediscovering who I am. I'm reconnecting to that childlike part of myself that loves to dress up, that loves to express herself in different, unique ways, and isn't fearful of what other people's opinions may be or how you're perceived. Because what a waste of time to go through this life and, you know, act like something you're not, or be what other people want you to be. And it also dawned on me that you know, a lot of my energy has been given to other people, that I've been a conduit of other people's energies and other people's expectations and their vision of life rather than my own, and what source created me to be and what source created me to express in this realm of existence. And it was just like a light bulb. And so I had to jump on here and share it. You know, I think I'm going to do this more often, where I allow Spirit to express herself in a way that's unique to me, and then somebody out there may express themselves in their own way. But it's really important, I think, right now as star seeds, to take up space. There's so much uh, other things taking up space right now in the collective, that's taking our attention, that's distracting us, honestly, from ourselves and our unique experience. And we wonder why we feel out of balance, why we feel off kilter, because we're not really truly synced up to ourselves and our source. And so it really dawned on me to reclaim my energy and take up space in a way that is unique to me, and how special that is, what a gift that is. It truly is a gift to experience life in a way that is unique to you, and that you see through your unique lens and give a unique perspective in that way. There's so much going on right now to where we think we all have to be the same or we have to follow this one blueprint to life, when the stars are your blueprint. Your soul, your light soul, is your blueprint. And so it's really vital that we get back in connection to that and understand that you came into this life with all the tools that you need. Everything is already within you. It's just a matter of you rediscovering that, accessing those records, remembering who you are and what your soul is here to do. And when you start that journey, it's a little scary, but it's liberating at the same time. It feels so good to feel more grounded in who you are authentically. And so I think that we owe ourselves, or I'll speak for myself, I owe myself the privilege, the right to do those things, because nobody else can experience life the way that I can experience. Nobody's been in my shoes. And I think I've spent, again, on a personal note, I think I've spent too much time being concerned about what I can offer other people rather than myself at times. And that sounds so selfish to somebody who is a chronic people pleaser. But at the same time, think of, you know, what you're gaining. You're gaining a greater sense of self, health, resilience, connection that you're really longing for. You're really longing to feel connected and feel belonging. So I originally wanted to get on here to speak about embracing solitude and how our whole system is kind of built against that. We really, at least in America, focus on building distractions, distracting ourselves constantly, entertaining ourselves, constantly taking in other external energies or channeling external visions, and then they become our own. And Spirit really kind of brought it home to me, the importance of solitude and how solitude is your friend. Solitude allows you to reconnect to source, but it also helps you hear your own voice in a way that is hard to do when you're constantly taking in other energies. And so that's why meditation is good. That's why journaling is good. But I'm speaking a little more generally about solitude and how valuable that is. What a rare privilege that is, to enjoy your own company and the company of source and really tapping into your own peace. And it's hard to do when you are constantly distracted by information. I am guilty of it, of constantly scrolling on social media and, you know, constantly taking in information. And that has a role in my life. I do decodes. I'm constantly looking through media and channeling in that way, and, you know, getting information by other things around me that Spirit guides me to. But today, Spirit really was like, you're afraid of solitude. You're afraid of being by yourself. And the reason is that somewhere along the way, I learned, whether it was from parents or just society in general, that I have to be doing something. If I'm not doing something, or if I'm not a part of a larger collective on some level, in a distractive way, not a healthy, holistic way. I'm not talking about the village mindset. I'm talking about just the machine, the cogs of the system here, where we're just mindlessly living life, following this blueprint that serves a larger system that is not to your benefit. It's for the machine. And so I've been struggling with unplugging from that system. But today I really just, something in me clicked to where I realized that I was not created for the machine. That is not why I'm here. That is not why I exist. I'm not here to fuel the machine. I'm here to be. And my cosmic mother, my cosmic father thought that was enough to bring me into life, to be here, and that I can experience that belonging with my cosmic source, and that's enough. And that's really what it gets down to, is that it's enough just to be who you are, just to live and explore all the mysteries of that, of who you actually are, and all your beauty and all your uniqueness and all your wonder, and how your mind thinks and why your mind thinks that way, rather than mindlessly living life, as a bot, basically. And so to really go outside of that is, taboo still, even to this day, as, progressive as we think we are as a society. We really aren't. we pretty much, for the most part, follow the same script, and we're constantly being influenced and manipulated by forces that we're not conscious of, which is why I love decoding. I love gaining self-awareness. Think of the Oracle. She loves red pills. She loves candy. That's what that is. It's that in-your-face reality. This is what life is. The uncomfortable friction that comes with waking up to, our place in this world, and what is congruent with what comes naturally and what doesn't, and rediscovering who you are in that. And so it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful life. As crazy as things are right now, as chaotic as they are, all of that serves a purpose. We're going through a cycle of cleansing and really purging out of old systems and old thinking. And if you're tapped in, you can probably feel that for sure. So, and on a final note, I just want to leave you with this. Your highest self, your highest consciousness is just waiting for you to arrive. Whatever is meant to be is going to be. And it's just a matter of how easy you make the journey or you don't. You can fight the whole way kicking and screaming, or you can go with the flow. You can go with the stream of consciousness. But what really touches my heart is when Source reminded me that I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you to arrive this whole time. And, it took you a while, but you're here and you belong, and, nothing will disconnect you from me ever again. And that is that place of home. That is that sense of belonging that I think most of us are desiring. And we've just been looking in different places for that. But we all have that place within us, and in our connection to the stars specifically. And these cosmos are so much bigger than we can ever imagine. And it has everything to do with consciousness and reconnecting to the full capacity of our brain, our mind, our soul. And they're not separate from each other. They're connected. And we're really starting to wake up to that. It's really an exciting time as the earth is rising in energy and frequency. So are we. We're unlocking new levels to ourselves, spiritually, mentally, physically. And some of you are probably experiencing that as well. So yeah, I wanted to leave you with that and encourage you to keep going on that journey, and that your highest self is just waiting for you to arrive. And don't be afraid to really just sit with yourself and enjoy that solitude where you hear that quiet voice, and embrace life again. So thank you for stopping by at the Mothership Lexodus. More decodes will be dropped in the near future, and love and light.